How else did I lose weight? Somebody has to be realistic about this. Hi, I'm Teryn and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and welcome if you're new. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how I lost 4 pounds in 1 month. So I debated on doing this video because as I scroll through YouTube and I look at weight loss videos, it's always people that are like, oh, I lost 20 pounds in a month, I lost 10 pounds in a week. And you know, that's just not realistic for everybody. I do believe that you might see those results if you cut something out very drastically, like say you drink 3 sodas a day and just cut that out. Sure, I think you would see a drastic change. If you ate McDonald's or fast food, fried food, like multiple times a day, every day, yes, I think you would see a drastic change. Gonna get ready with me about like how I didn't want to step on the scale anymore, but I kind of have grown to have a better relationship with the scale, I believe. For instance, I take it into consideration, but I don't have that as the end all be all. Like, I've noticed a lot of changes in my body and I see it visually, but it is, I will say, it is nice to see it on the scale, I'm not gonna lie. So to get into how I lost weight, so I started using Misfits Markets. I did do a video on it. I wanted a way to bring food into my house that I would kind of make myself eat without having to go to the grocery store and figure out. I pick food online, it gets shipped to where I live and I cook from there. I wanted to eat more healthy foods, but I didn't want it to be such a big deal going to the grocery store and figuring out what I want to eat. So basically I started cooking healthy meals, and even the unhealthy meals that I eat, I usually make them myself. I'm not gonna lie, I have made myself fried shrimp, I made myself fried chicken, I've done like unhealthy foods, but because I'm making it at home and I have control of everything that goes into it and the whole process, I do believe that that cuts out some of the stuff that I don't know what's going on like at the restaurants, and it's healthier in the sense that I'm controlling what goes into it. I know like how much salt is in it, how much oil I'm using, etc., that kind of thing. So I definitely think number one, cooking almost all of my meals. I would say maybe at first I was doing 80%. I would say now I do around 90% or more of my meals. I did post a what I eat in a day video, and I believe almost everything I ate. In that video, I prepared myself except the popcorners. And I will say during that time of the month, I do snack a little bit more, but it's definitely gotten better. I feel like I used to eat just everything during that time of the month, and I feel like I've gotten more control over my body. Another thing that has helped me lose weight is getting back into the gym and doing more weight training. So with the pandemic, I did not go to the gym. I stopped going to the gym February, March of last year, and I picked it back up in the beginning of May, end of April. At some point, I started going back to the gym and I started incorporating more weight training, and I definitely feel like that had a major part in how I lost weight. So I guess 4 pounds in a month, I basically lost a pound a week, and I don't have an Apple Watch, I don't have a Fitbit anymore, so I don't really get to see exactly how many calories I'm burning, but I just listen to my body more. If I'm hungry, I eat. Sometimes I'm not even hungry, it's just I could go for a bag of chips. If it's I could go for something, then I'm not really hungry and I just let that dissipate. So yeah, getting back into the gym. I go to the gym about 4 days a week, and I change between upper body, lower body, and I do some core and back exercises every single time I'm there. For cardio, I walk my dog every other day. I really just go for like a mile, 2 miles, trying to get up to 3 miles, but he's out of shape right now. Maverick is out of shape right now. I also do yoga and Pilates. I really like to watch Issa Welly's videos. There's some other ones that I will link in the description so you can see what I use via YouTube. I started back doing my dance workouts. I love doing dance workouts. I think I first really began with Kiara Lachey, and I just started watching Into 8 Fitness. I really love those videos. They're really good because I love dancing, and you have to find things that you enjoy doing when you work out. What else did I do? I also work to reduce the amount of stress that I have in my life, and I'm making sure that I get 8 hours of sleep every night. Do I always hit that? No, but that is my goal. And sometimes if I have to stay up late during the week, I pick like a day or two that I have to and try to catch up on my sleep. But I refuse to be staying up late all throughout the week. I am doing intermittent fasting, but that kind of ties back to my sleep. So I figured if I kind of set myself this window of I'm gonna eat from this time to this time, not only does it help me, okay, so I'm not gonna wake up and make breakfast, I can get more sleep, and I'm not really that hungry, and I can bring something to eat once that fasting window starts. And usually I'm not hungry until that window. And I also wanted to start intermittent fasting just because I do deal with acid reflux, and because I stop eating at 8 o'clock, that gives me this amount of time to get ready to go for bed, I don't have as much issue. So that is part of the reason why I want to do intermittent fasting. I do the one where it's sun up to sun down, but I want to say it's 13 hours, and then I have like 11 hours to eat. I think I do the sunset one, the circadian rhythm, I want to say. I use the Zero app. I followed it, and I am following it, but I don't feel like restricted. I think at some point I tried doing the 16-8, and I just don't have to do that. It kind of, this one makes sense according to my schedule. Of course, if you skip out on like a whole meal, you're not gonna eat those calories, so you might see changes. Basically, overall, I feel like I have a lot more control of my eating habits. I don't mindlessly eat anymore. I stopped bringing snacks to work. I bring like one snack at work, and I use that to break my fast most of the time. Reducing the amount of processed foods that I eat. I feel like I still eat processed foods. It's hard, especially when you're on a budget. One of the big things for me is not eating out, and I will say that I think cutting a lot of my eating out, big changes. I'm not saying that all these restaurants are just like horrible, they're bad, but it's just you have more control over what you eat when you make it yourself. Or if you see, like, say your partner is someone that cooks your meals, you see what's going into it. You can still eat your favorite meals, you can just cook them for yourself. Yeah, I've lost 4 pounds. I just wanted to be realistic because I'm pretty balanced. I don't have like a sweet tooth. I definitely think a lot of my weight gain came from the stress of college, probably trying to find an internship, and also when you get into a relationship, you do gain some weight. Like, let's be real, because you start going out to eat more, you don't have to pay for your meals typically, and I felt like a lot of times when you get into a relationship, the way people keep you happy is to keep you fed. So I think that's why I gained some weight, but I am working to lose it, and I'm not going to stress myself over it. I just wanted to show that there are people out there that have steady weight loss. You know, the more steady, the more likely you are to keep it off. And I'm not trying to disregard anybody's weight loss. Basically, how I lost weight was preparing healthy meals for myself at home, cutting out eating out, getting back into the gym and doing more weight training, reducing my amount of stress, and intermittent fasting. Besides the scale, I like to see how my clothes fit me. You know, I like how my body looks now, but I absolutely want to be more toned, especially in my midsection. I think your midsection is where you hold a lot of your stress. I feel like my waist has definitely slimmed down. I definitely see more in the morning because, you know, like when you first wake up, that's like, oh wow, like look at me, and then like you go out through the day, you eat your meals, and you're gonna bloat. That's natural, that's okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you're going through a weight loss journey. Let me know how it's going for you. What are some tips that you may have for me and anyone else? And as always, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment for more videos. Thank you again.